We got history. Got me feeling the.
So good day everyone. So our lesson for today is all about the historic sites and landmarks that are recognized by the National Historical Commissions of the Philippines. So we both know what is the purpose of having the NHCP to our country. So we all know that the Philippines is composed of thousands of islands, and those islands have their rich history and culture. So in order to promote and conserve the cultures of the Philippines, so the government put the NHCP to conserve and promote the historic landmarks and sites of the Philippines. In the Republic Act number 186, so it is clearly stated that the major role of the NHCP is the responsibility of the conservation and the preservation of the country's historical legacies. Its major thrust encompasses an ambitious cultural program on historical studies, curational works, architectural conservation, Philippine heraldry, historical information dissemination activities, restoration, and preservation of relics and memorabilia of heroes and renowned Filipinos. So sit back and relax and prepare your mind because the three next reporter will be reported about the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao historic landmarks and sites that is recognized by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines.
Good day. I am Erica Luis Soto Sanico reporting about the historic site and landmarks in Luzon that is recognized by NHCP. Now, there are a lot of historic sites located in Luzon, but the most interesting and caught my eyes are these following sites. Number 1 is the Juan Luna Shrine. Juan Luna Shrine is located in Badoc, Ilocos Norte. It is the birthplace of Juan Luna, one of the country's national hero, and is famous for his painting, The Spoliarium. Juan is also the brother of General Antonio Luna, who also fought for the Philippines. This shrine is reconstruction of the house in which the painter was born in 1857. So the Juan Luna Shrine is a two-story structure made of clay, bricks, and molly wood. This restored ancestral home of the Luna clan itself. The second one is the Mansion House. Now the Mansion House is the official summer palace of the President of the Philippines. The mansion is located in the summer capital of the country, Baguio, situated around 5,000 feet in Cordillera Central Range of northern Luzon. This stately building was built in 1908 as summer homes for U.S. Governor Generals who were the American administrators for the Philippines. Within the compound and adjacent to the mansion is a two-story building which served as the official residence of the Philippines President in Baguio City. The third that I like the most is the Casa Real. Casa Real is a shrine dedicated to the 20 women of Malolos who lobbied to establish the first adult school for women in 1889. Despite much resistance from the Spanish friars and even the Governor General of the Philippines for their efforts, they were praised by reformists Jose Rizal, Graciano Lopez Haina, and Marcelo H. del Pilar. The privately funded school was short-lived, however, as it was ordered closed by church officials after only 3 months due to accusation of immoral teaching and eating meat on days of abstinence. Is period furniture from the Spanish colonial era. Now the trivia of this is all the 20 women of Malolos were the affluent Chinese Filipino families and resided in the Pariancillo or the Chinese Mestizo district of Malolos. Number 4 is the Faro de Punta de Malabrigo, or the Lighthouse. It was built by Jose Garcia and designed by Guillermo Bracman, and construction was finished in 1896. Its architecture was Victorian-inspired, with tower, pavilion, and service buildings. It were incorporated to accommodate the light as well as the caretakers who would operate the lighthouse. It is located in Lobo, Batangas, atop of natural hill above submerged reefs. It served as a guide for ships going to Batangas Bay or Sibuyan Sea through the Verde Island Passage. The lighthouse took about 5 years to finish only because the site was inaccessible and equipment such as timber, bricks, and other materials had to be transported long distance. The last one is the Casa Narvaez Heritage House in Buac, Marinduque. Distinct for the historical and artistic values. The house is distinct for its historical and artistic values and today is an example of architecture from the early years of the 20th century in Buac, Marinduque. It was built in 1920 by Elias Narvaez, a local coconut trader in those bygone years, and was called Bahay na Bato. Also characterized by its massive red hardwood flooring, a balustre and an azotea of Spanish and Chinese influence. Its design included copies, shelved sliding windows, and stained glass walls. That's all, and thank you for listening.